Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. We are at week 113 of my keto journey. We're going to talk about my week this week. I'm going to give you a scale result, and we're just going to talk about some stuff like the emotional part of this weight loss journey. So let's get into the video. Alright guys, before we get into the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Also, I have a support group on Facebook, The Shrinkables, a community filled with people who just want to get healthy together. So come join us over there. I will put that link below. Also, if you want to help support my channel and my journey, ways to do that are down below. I truly appreciate it. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am the incredible shrinking Steffi, and this channel is my journey to lose a total of 200 pounds from my highest weight of 374 and to conquer my food addiction, learn how to manage it, and live this lifestyle for the rest of my life. Talking about the hard stuff, talking about the mental part of this journey is a huge part of my channel. It's a huge part of my story because it's really where we need to focus. We need to focus on the mental parts of this journey if we ever want to truly get healthy and reach our goals and maintain them. We have to fix what's going on up here before anything else can fix. So if you want someone who is real, who is going to share every part of her weight loss journey with you, the good, the bad, the ugly, then make sure to subscribe to my channel, be a part of my journey. I would truly love it. All right, so we're gonna talk about my week first and the scale result. We're just gonna jump right into it this week. So my week was great. I stayed on plan. I stayed dirty, lazy keto. I've been making more what I eat in a day videos for you guys to show you what I'm eating throughout the week. Really trying to be better about getting those out to you guys because I know that a lot of you appreciate them just to see what I'm eating and how I'm losing my weight. So I'm gonna continue to do those. This past week, I just stayed on plan, stayed on dirty, lazy keto, but the scale was very discouraging this week. So last week I had ended up gaining a pound, which I had told you guys, I was entering into my time of the month, and it's the first weeks of the month are just really slow for me because I retain a lot of water, and I usually gain about 2 to 3 pounds, which is what I had said, and I had gained 1 last week. And so I took it as a win. I was like, yeah, this is awesome. I'll take a 1 pound gain. Well, my body wasn't done. So this week, oh man, I'm back to weighing in every day. Like I said, just seeing, that number every morning motivates me. Of course, weeks like this, it's not really a motivator because I'm doing all the right things. I'm making all the right choices, but the scale is just being super frustrating. You ever have one of those weeks or those months? Well, that was mine. That was mine this week. The weight just kept going up, and it was just like fluctuating, by 2 or 3 pounds, like up and down. So last week I ended at 210, which I was 1 pound up, and I actually reached 214 this week at one point. But final weigh-in, I was 213, so I'm up another 3 pounds this week. And it is what it is, right? Like, I'm making all the right choices. There's nothing I can do, so I'm not going to get stressed about it. It is discouraging because we want to see that number go down. We want to lose weight. It's fun, right? Like when we're making the right choices and we're doing all the right things and we see the result, with our own eyes, that scale, that number going down, because I want to get in Wonderland. I got some big goals, and I was only 10 pounds away, and now I'm 14 pounds away again. So it's discouraging. Of course it is. I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh, whatever, just brush it off, no big deal. No, of course it's discouraging. But I'm not going to let it distract me. I'm not going to turn to my good friend food and say, hey, make me feel better, comfort me, let's see the number go even higher, right? Because that's what's going to happen. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because that's not worth it. But we got to feel it. We got to feel the emotions. We can feel the discouragement. But I'm going to remind myself that it's nothing that I did. It's nothing that I did wrong. And sometimes I wonder, what's worse? Gaining weight because you made bad choices, or gaining weight even though you made all the right choices. It's like, what's worse? But really, I think it's making the bad choices that's worse, because I know that it's just water weight. I know that my body's holding on to weight this week. I'm a woman. That's what happens. First 1 or 2 weeks of the month, that happens to me. So I have to accept it. It's out of my control. What I can control is my focus. What I can control is, what choices am I going to make? What I can control is how I react to it. So I'm just going to keep on keeping on. I'm just going to keep going. I'm not going to give up, of course. I'm never going to give up. And the weight is going to come back off. What we choose to focus on is so incredibly important, because I could sit here and just dwell in my own misery and be like, oh, I can't believe I gained 3 pounds this week and I gained 1 pound this week. I'm heading in the wrong direction. I feel like a failure. I know food's going to make me feel better, so I'm just going to eat, blah, blah, blah. We do this all the time, right? Like, so many times throughout this journey, I have felt that way and I've done that. That's the wrong focus. What I can focus on is the fact that on August 7th of this year, I was 230 pounds. I'm 213 pounds. In 2 months, I am down 17 pounds. Am I gonna let a 3-pound gain this week make me forget that I'm 17 pounds down in 2 months? Absolutely not. I'm just gonna keep going. What we focus on becomes our reality. I'm not gonna focus on that 3-pound gain this week. It's just not worth it, because it's out of my control. It is out of my control. So I'm just gonna keep going, and the weight is gonna come off. And I am gonna get to Wonderland one day soon. By my birthday, December 21st. That's my goal. Wonderland. I'm gonna do it. Watch me. So I wanted to talk about some emotional parts of this journey. And I don't know if there's someone out there that needs to hear this. I just really felt led to talk about this today in this video. There have been so many times throughout, the last 2 years that I have failed. And I hate calling it failure. I hate it. But that's what we feel like when it happens, right? Like, we failed. We want to do better. We want to make the right choices, but sometimes we don't. Sometimes we make the wrong choices. Sometimes we do it more often than we want to, or that we should. But it happens, and it has happened many times throughout the last 2 years. And thinking about failure, have you ever had a point in your journey or in your life where you've been successful and you're making all the right choices and you're seeing success and you feel great, you feel on top of the world, and then something happens and you start making these terrible choices and you end up sabotaging yourself in your journey? Now, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I think for a lot of us, when frustration and failure are so familiar to us, we tend to recreate it, because sometimes when we have success, it's like we don't even recognize it because we're not used to seeing it. Or maybe we've never even seen it, I think about the last couple of years, or not even a couple of years, I think about the last 42 years, not that I was trying to lose weight when I was 6 months old, but you know what I mean. I think about, my entire life, looking back, how many times I have tried to get to my goal. I have tried to get healthy, and I have tried every single thing that you can think of. And I kept failing over and over and over and over and over again. I don't think it was ever because I couldn't do it. I know I can do it. I don't think it was ever because of that reason. It was because it was I wasn't used to seeing success. So when I would have success, in a weird way, it would just feel so incredibly uncomfortable to me that I would just resort back to what was comfortable for me, even though I was miserable, even though I hated it, right? But it was familiar to me. It was my safe zone. And over and over and over again, when things would get hard, I knew where to feel safe. I knew where to go that would make me feel better, even if it was just in the moment, because I was so used to doing it. I was so used to feeling that failure that it was just comfortable for me in the most uncomfortable way, but it was comfortable for me. Now, I had a great week this week. I didn't fail this week, but I have so many times throughout this journey, and even after doing it for 2 years consistently, and losing 82 pounds minus what I've gained recently, because I'm not counting that, it's just water weight. losing 82 pounds in the last 2 years, 165 pounds from my highest weight. Even though I have lost it, I will still have times in my journey, in my life, where I am still so drawn to failure. It's just like this weird, like pulling. It's pulling me sometimes. Not all the time, like just once in a while, I will feel it. I will feel it. Do you ever have times in your life where you're doing really good and you're feeling really good, and then all of a sudden you stop? It's like it feels uncomfortable. It feels uncomfortable because you don't really recognize it. Do you ever feel like you don't deserve it? That you don't deserve that life that you dream about, that body that you dream about, the health that you dream about, recovering from, illness or sicknesses, diseases, whatever you're trying to overcome right now? Like, do you ever feel like you don't deserve it? Now, I can sit here and I can say I deserve it. I deserve that life. I deserve, the health that I want. I deserve the life that I want to create. I do deserve it, and I know that I deserve it. But do I really truly believe it? Like in my subconscious, do I really truly believe it? Because if I did, why would I keep sabotaging myself time and time again throughout the last couple of years, throughout my entire life? Why would I keep doing that if I truly believed that I deserved it? We have to remember that we do deserve that life. We do deserve to be that person that we can envision. And sometimes it feels like it's not even real. I remember, like being at my highest weight or even just close to my highest weight, thinking about being, in Wonderland and being healthy and not having any restrictions when it comes to weight, being able to fit comfortably in seats and not having to get, an extender seatbelt on an airplane, fitting, in rides at amusement parks and not having to skip out on some rides that you've exceeded the maximum weight. Not having looks from people, out in public when you've ordered too much to eat in a restaurant, thinking everyone's judging you, or if your clothes don't fit and you feel like, people are looking at you weird, or not hurting when you're walking upstairs, or getting out of breath, after just doing the smallest thing. Going through all of that, and being in the middle of all that, I could never really picture what it was like to actually not go through that, because it was so foreign to me. It didn't seem like reality to me, but I still wanted it. But I don't know if I ever truly believed that I deserved it. And that's just something that we need to work on. Like if you struggle with that too, if you feel like you're not worthy of it, you got to change that, because you are. You are so worthy of that life. You are so worthy of good health. You deserve it. You deserve it. And you can achieve it. You just got to be consistent and you got to keep going. I'm 165 pounds down from my highest weight. When I was 374 pounds, I was probably lying when I said, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be at my goal weight one day. Because let's face it, when you've reached your highest weight and you're in that mental place of darkness and your lowest point, it's hard to believe anything except what you're feeling. It is hard. But now that I've kind of done it, I still have a lot of work to do emotionally. I have a lot of work to do. And no, I'm not at my goal weight. I still have about 40-ish pounds to lose, before I'm at my scale goal weight. But I still have so much work to do on the mental part of this. But looking back at that person that I used to be, I am still her, but I have improved. I am still that girl, because that girl was still amazing. That girl was still amazing. She was beautiful, and she just wasn't healthy. She just needed to get healthy and figure out some stuff of why she ended up at that weight in the first place. No matter what weight you're at right now, no matter how far you are throughout this journey, throughout your journey, You know, maybe you've just gotten started. Maybe you haven't even started. Or maybe you've lost a bunch of weight, but you're just trying to get off, you know, like that 10, 15 pounds, you know, and you're just frustrated because it's not coming off and you're doing everything you can and you're beating yourself up for choices that you've made. We have to stop. We have to stop doing that because it's not helping. It is not helping. Love yourself where you are at, no matter where you're at. Love yourself now. And embrace the journey. Just know that it's not going to happen overnight. I can tell you that. This has been one heck of a journey for myself. But I've learned so much. And I've learned that it's all what we focus on. It's all about the mindset. And it's all about breaking those bad habits. The bad physical habits and the bad mental habits. I know that I am not where I want to be. But I am so far from where I used to be. But I have to remember at the same time who I used to be and where I came from. Because if I don't, if I push it away, if I try to forget it, then that's not me facing it. You know, then there's that danger of getting back to that place again. We have to face it. We have to face our fears. We have to face our struggles. We have to face our insecurities. We have to face the things that are hard if we want to get through this and if we want to overcome. We just got to keep going. We just got to keep going. So comment below how you are doing, that if this resonated with you at all, you know, like if you struggle with failure in like the most confusing times when you're actually doing really well, like you've reached a goal and then all of a sudden you make a bad choice and you resort back to those old habits, you know, that you left, that you don't want anymore. You know, like if you feel that way too, just know that you're not alone. We all go through it. For those of us who live with obesity or have lived with it, live with food addiction, you know, there's a reason for it. There's a reason why we struggle with it. We just got to figure out what that reason is, you know? Spend some time with yourself. Spend some time in your brain trying to figure it out. Because we have to. We have to tackle that piece if we ever want to be successful. All right, guys, those are my thoughts for this video. I'm sorry if I was kind of all over the place. I feel like my brain just went in like different directions there. Hopefully it made sense. If you did like this video, please give me a like. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and join my support group on Facebook if you're not yet a part of that. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week. And as always, if you ever need me, please never hesitate to reach out. Ways to contact me are down below. Also, make sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I use Facebook way more than Instagram, but come follow me over there. And yeah, I'll see you guys at the next video. Stay safe and choose health. Bye. I just started the video and I'm already, yeah. And I am gonna get to Wonderland one day soon. By my birthday, December 21st. That's my goal. Wonderland. I'm gonna do it. Watch me. No, I gotta do it. I told them to watch me.